My goodness gracious. What happens when I hit the wrong button? Yo! Welcome.
You gotta find the right one, man.
Hey! I got juice today.
What's going on?
I got a different kind of juice today. Like, I got a bothered juice. Like salty juice. Welcome everybody back to the Getaway Podcast with Sean and Jeff. I said it right with Sean and Jeff. Once again, the light-skinned villain is not here. Couldn't even get a message on tone. You know, we tried to move some things around, some grace. They had some things planned. Okay, we move it around. Send me a message. You told me a time. I said a time. I sent a message, no response. Huh? No, I'm gonna get this off my chest, son. And then
I got nothing.
And then I got another light-skinned cat in the chat talking about worst episode ever. And it be your own people sometimes, my nephew. Oh, about your own blood. I changed your diapers, boy. I changed your diapers. Jeff, how is Chicago weather?
Hey, man, it's a nice balmy 50, 45, 50 degrees today. We've seen a lot of sunshine and moderate temps, man. So, we're doing all right. Although we about to take a dip, I think, this week.
Is the pettiest city in the country still being petty? Or you guys still got chairs and cones in the streets and parking spots?
Not right now. I think the chairs and cones have all started to go away. They're disappearing now.
All right.
Folks are back to parking in front of other people's houses just without having to worry about nothing. What's going on out there on the West Coast, bro?
The same thing. Sunshine and tacos. Tone called me the other day, talking about what's the weather like. We were out getting lunch. I was like, yeah, it's 80 degrees. He was like, 80? Yes, son. I haven't felt winter in almost 3 years, baby.
Hey, we felt that just last week. So, it's gonna feel it a little bit temperature-wise this coming up week. But
not a real winter, right?
Not a real winter. Just the temperature's gonna be a little chilly.
All right. So
hey.
What? No, you tell me what.
No, I was gonna say, weather here, man. Kids go outside for recess as long as it feels like it's 32.
That's because them teachers need a break for them bad kids.
They gotta go outside. Let them run around.
Let them run around. That's right. Burn off some of that energy. I gotta burn off some energy. I'm salty. So I want to go over something else again because a lot of people don't understand how we name the episodes, and I get it. I understand. It's a little confusing. But if you honestly think that us regular folk are getting Larry Bird on this podcast, then you're crazy. All right? So stop it. But honestly, we got a nice comment on YouTube. Someone who's a Larry Bird fan, episode 33, Larry Bird. The comment was, 35 minutes into the podcast and not one mention of Larry Bird. not one mention. Thank you.
But thank you. Thank you for being in the podcast, though, and
35 minutes
some more of your
deep.
people come on and jump in.
35 minutes deep to leave a message. Now, she wasn't being mean. She said 35 minutes in, not one mention of Larry. Although you guys are entertaining, the title's misleading. So I'll change it next time. I'm going to do a couple seasons. I'm going to change it. We're going to do it season by season. So I'm going to change the way we do it, and I'm going to be real sarcastic with the titles. I won't be a jerk with the titles. It's okay. But I appreciate you for commenting and watching. Hopefully you subscribed.
Look, hopefully.
I'll reach out to Larry's people, see if we can get him on the show.
That's funny.
No, I'm getting him on the show.
No, have my people reach out to his people,
right?
For your people to be on our show.
To be Absolutely. On the show. That's it. Larry Bird. We also named one of them Kobe Bryant. And we started the podcast after the passing. So after
the passing.
Right. So Let's put 2 and 2 together, people.
Right. But look, what number is this one?
35, Kevin Durant. And we're gonna talk about Kevin Durant just so I can keep people happy. Huh? What do you guys say about KD?
He's been balling.
The Slim Reaper.
He's been balling this year.
Durantula.
So
he's healthy.
He's healthy. Seems to be back to his normal self.
Right.
So as long as he can stay healthy, he should be good to go.
Good to go.
He's thin and frail.
He's a problem though. He's the most dangerous. He's the most dangerous guy in the league.
Yeah, all 5 positions easily. Although the wrong center he line up against, he might, but he can do his work against him by taking him outside away from the.
That's right.
Away from the post. So that'd be the dangerous part about somebody trying to put a center on it. True one.
And an underrated attribute is he is a better than you think defensive player. I mean, he can guard the rim a little bit because of it, just on sheer length, not size. Just sheer length. Yeah. I mean, how many true bigs are playing in the game anyway? So you just got to protect the basket against little dudes like Steph. Dribble drive.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah, like I said, you put him in the 5 and you have him stand out around the arc.
Right.
It's not a whole lot, you just open up the court.
It's unfair.
Take him off the dribble.
They are trying to have a team out of the East challenge the Lakers. That's all it is. They're loading up with Kyrie and Harden and Durant all on that squad. And then, like I said just a second ago, when we were recording, but we weren't live. That they're talking about Blake Griffin going there possibly. And if that's the case, then the commissioner needs to step in and shut it down like they did Chris Paul. Period. Point blank.
So who would I don't know who's their starting power forward right now?
I don't know. Ain't better than Blake Griffin.
Puts them on the bit. So you got Blake, Kyrie. I mean, you basically got an all-star team starting.
Well, I mean, Harden now has 3 finishers.
Yeah.
All-star finishers. It's ridiculous.
And Jordan ain't no punk sitting around in that 5 spot.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot he was there.
Yes.
I forgot DeAndre Jordan was there.
Them 4. I mean, so you got that. If that's your starting 5, that's a lot to handle. Now I don't know what the bench is gonna look like coming off together, but
right.
But if you can keep some combination of those 5 on the court with whoever you got coming off the bench.
Right.
Probably don't. It's gonna be a decent. That's a decent stretch for them. So, because you take Kyrie out to give him a breather, you let KD run point, or Harden run point. So you got 3 people in there that could truly run the point position and score while doing it. Yeah, that's just a matchup challenge. I think, I was saying before that they would probably have a hard time with the Lakers, but even with that, I think the Lakers have a hard time with them.
I think so too.
So I digress on my earlier statement because first I was like Lakers would handle them. Now talking it out. Now I'm like, oh wait.
Sometimes you got to talk it out and get it right in your head.
Yeah. So yeah, that could be ugly.
I'm just saying.
I mean,
it can be tough.
Right now,
because LeBron is no young spring chicken.
Oh no. And then the other players right now on the Lakers squad is still kind of inconsistent. So they still.
Well, with him being hurt, I think it's good for them to get out there and get some run without the big dog.
Yeah.
Right? And it builds another layer of get used to each otherness. I'd be making up words. Get used to each other.
That's we'll call that a Seanism.
Yeah, that's all right. I got that word. I got another word for one of our coaches: stick-to-itiveness.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Right?
Yes.
Those are words. I'm just saying.
Man. So yeah. So there's KD.
There's KD, people. KD? There it is. Right off the rip. You didn't have to wait 35 minutes or nothing. You got some KD talk.
Now we got some more good stuff, so don't go nowhere.
Right. Keep watching.
Stick with us now.
We're going to be silly and goofy and whatnot. All right. So while we were waiting on the light skinned bandit, we were playing some Prince. Yeah, I called. I'm all on him.
Look, look. Speaking of another light skinned one,
I am on fire. I'm all over his behind. I don't care. He gonna get this work. We were playing some Prince music, and my top 3 or 5 favorite Prince songs changes all the time. Adore always stays in the list.
yes.
And it fluctuates between 1 and 2. But the one I play today, man, that's the one it fluctuates with. Another Lover, Hole in Your Head,
Mm-hmm.
Under the Cherry Moon soundtrack. That is so funky.
It is. But I have to say, the Under the Cherry Moon probably was not my favorite city.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I don't know, it was just something about it. You know,
Let's visit this.
I feel like
I'm like, keep going.
Because I'm trying to think, what was on the Under the Cherry Moon?
That's what I was looking up.
No. And then I know there was one song, Sometimes It Snows in April.
Under the Cherry Moon, Girls and Boys, Kiss, Another Love, A Hole in Your Head, and Sometimes It Snows in April.
Yeah.
And you're not a fan of that?
Kiss, yes. You know, but you know, we had that real bad episode when we was in you already know where I'm going because you laughing. You remember that one party, man, we had when we was coming up?
Yes.
And I feel like every time you turn around, all you heard was
somebody was supposed to bring music.
We heard that song 20 times at least.
Easily.
In that one.
It's only 3 minutes long. 4 minutes long. Easily.
And it took up an hour of that party.
Easily.
But yeah, as far as all the Prince, I don't even know if I can, but that one I know I can tell you for sure was probably one of my least favorite. Sign of Times is probably one of my favorite ones.
Sign of Times is by far my favorite Prince joint.
Yeah.
There's no question.
Yeah.
That is better than Purple Rain.
Yes. And that's saying something. Purple Rain was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Sign of Times is probably one of my favorites.
So my top 3 is Adore, Another Love, A Hole in Your Head, and Beautiful Ones.
Okay.
You got a top 3?
Yeah, Adore definitely stays. Adore stays on top.
Sonic.
Yeah.
No, we ain't there. What do you mean? We're talking about Purple Rain, Philip.
He said what?
You're too young.
You don't know about
Philip, do you even have Sign of the Times? Go give me your 3,
Little
Jeff.
Red Corvette. Look, Little Red Corvette was one.
Okay.
And
that's because MTV influenced you, right?
That was right. That was like the one that you always saw. You know, when he was one of the few that you would see on MTV. So Little Red Corvette, Adore, and I'll say Diamonds and Pearls, man. That was
That's one of my least favorites.
Yeah.
That's odd. That's one of my least
favorites. You didn't like the female voice in it.
Not the song. I'm talking about the album.
Oh.
You got Diamonds and Pearls.
That was decent. I'm just trying to think. That's the next one that comes up to me. Like when I'm like different songs that come up for me for Prince.
As a top 3 Prince song?
No, I take that one back. You know what? All right, I'll pull that one back.
Okay, I'll let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
No, I'm gonna let you talk me out of that one. I'm gonna
pull
that one back.
Pull it back, son.
Pull that one back. I'm gonna pull it back. All right,
come on with it. Rewind.
Give me my third one. Let me see.
Look, I'm gonna give you 2 more while you think of a third.
Give me my third one. All right, what other 2 you got?
She's Always in My Hair.
Really?
What?
I can't even think of that one. I can't even hear that one.
What?
Yeah. Can't say that. I can't say that I know that one. She's Always in My Hair.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to question your fandom.
Yeah, I don't know that one though, for real.
I need you to look it up on your phone.
Right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look that one up because I don't need you playing. No, we can't get no copyrights on
right? Because they will do that. Copyright infringements.
Like, oh, we coming for y'all, little. Oh, I take it back. So mine was also Thieves in the Temple.
Ladies and gentlemen, that ends today's Getaway Podcast with
Be mad if you want.
Beep, Sean, and Jeff.
I can listen to Prince.
How do we have?
It was just one of the ones I liked. I didn't come at you for yours.
This is your list. It's your list.
Respect mine.
It's raggedy though. You got a raggedy list.
You got raggedy list.
I'm shooting your list. Wrong answer.
Your list is raggedy. Come on. Give me the other two.
I'm shooting it.
Give me the other two. That's only because you got the buttons over there.
I gave you 4, right? A door.
Yeah, come on.
Another level hole in your head. Beautiful ones.
Mm-hmm.
She's always in my hair.
I'm gonna have to look for that one.
You don't even know it. You don't even know it.
And I didn't talk about it, did I? I just said I haven't heard. I can't call that one. Don't be mad.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in you, man.
You see me looking for it right now.
I know.
Oh, you said you had another one. What's the other one?
I do have another one.
What is it?
I want to play it so bad, but I can't play it, so I'm not going to play it.
So this was on the Raspberry Beret CD. Look.
Yeah, listen to it real quick. Get yourself together, man. I understand how do you not know that song? Number 5, Jeff.
I forget about this CD. I'll be honest with you. Outside of Raspberry Beret, I'd have to say the CD doesn't really stick with me.
Number 5, Jeff. If I Was Your Girlfriend.
Ooh, now that was a good one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, how are you not up on all your good Prince stuff? Like, what are you listening to? Baby Shark over there still?
Hey, man, I got little people running around here, so sometimes you can't get to listen to the grown folks stuff. So, but yeah, man. All right, I'll give you that one. If I Was Your Girlfriend was a good one.
Next time, I'll let you prep. Like, what people don't realize is this is all unscripted, right? This is a freestyle podcast. The Swig said, DJ Swig from A9 Radio. I'm rocking that shirt today, by the way, Swig. I got you. Yeah,
that's what's up. Yeah, that's a nice piece.
He said he's gonna send you one.
All right, yeah, maybe we get one to send to him.
I told you.
I'll make you. I'm sorry, Tone. I'm not gonna set it up for Sean to come at you no more about that either.
I'm just saying, man. Like, we can't get nothing around here. I forgot what I was gonna say. You done made me mad again. I forgot what I was gonna say, man.
We was talking about our freestyle approach, man, and Swig.
Swig at A9 Radio. He's like, man, you guys should have named it that. He was like, because he's like giving us pointers. He's trying to do things, make some moves behind the scenes for us on our behalf. He's like, you guys need to do this, come out and bop, 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 and tell us what we're gonna listen to, what we're gonna talk about. I was like, hey, man, that's not what we do. That's not what we do. This is all off the dome. We might have an idea, and if something happens during the week, we might send a message and be like, all right, here we go, right? But this is all freestyle. He's like, I said, I should have named it the Freestyle Podcast. He said, oh my God, you should have named it. But we should have, because it's all freestyle. So that's why you get the little pauses, and people, you get a little pause in there, because we're just talking. This is how we would talk, right? If we were just sitting at the crib.
It was like if we were just sitting on somebody's back porch.
Yeah, and I would. You know what would have happened if I was at Jeff's house on his back porch? I'd have stood up and slammed my pop into the grass when he said, Something about he ain't never heard 17 days or she's always in my hair. Oh yeah, I forgot about talking about Prince. That's what would have happened. But this is the same conversations we have all the time.
Same kind, and look, and it probably just be a little louder at that.
It'd be some cussing, some cuss words in there.
Mama Huffman, Mama Cooks, we don't cuss like that though.
You ain't this. Philip talking about he loves when doves cry. Y'all like the commercials. Y'all like the commercial songs. You like the commercial successfully songs. Where's Darling and Nikki at? Yeah. That wasn't on the radio.
No, it was not on the radio.
Huh?
That's when you were sneaking listening to Prince.
That's when your big brother left the record down in the basement, so you go down there and turn it on low and listen to International Lover, Erotic City, Darling Nikki. Yeah.
Look, I forgot about Erotic City.
So I'm saying, Philip, Philip likes when doves cry. He said he's with you. He likes the MTV Prince. A lot louder. He said it did definitely be a lot louder.
A lot louder.
You ain't beep beeping. Raggedy. That's what it would be.
Oh man.
Huh?
So speaking of, have you seen Coming to America, the new one yet?
I did.
Have you watched it? So
Absolutely.
You watched it.
Yes,
all right, so we can't do any spoilers because not everybody's probably seen it yet.
Yeah, we won't do any spoilers, but we can talk about whether you liked it or not.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't get through it yet.
So what happens is when you have 18 kids, you can't get anything done.
Did you just threw shade?
That's my shot. My shot across the bow.
I mean, it ain't 18, it's 4.
Okay.
With the 4, it feel like 18.
It feel like 18. Once again, that Kevin Hart joke. They jumping me? No. It's just one guy beating you up. They're not jumping you. You got 4, but it feels like 18. They ain't jumping you, Jeff. You only got 4.
I only got 4. Man. So we started watching it, right?
Right.
And I think you have to go. I think that mindset of what you're about to watch is what kind of determines how you feel about it.
Okay.
Right. So I have to say I'm gonna have to go back and actually finish it before I can put my full judgment on it. But so far, I have to say it's just kind of like, eh.
Okay, I want to stop the slander. I want people to stop the slander of this movie, and here's the reason why.
Oh, I'm not bashing it now.
It is slander when you're talking about one of the greats with Eddie Murphy, right?
The first one.
Here's the issue. I'm talking about actor comedian.
Okay,
entertainer.
You're talking about the entertainer.
So yes. What I'm saying, what people don't understand is there was never going to be any way possible for this movie to be equal to or better than the original. The original was it was so iconic.
So why touch it?
No, but it's okay to touch it. It's okay. It's so iconic that you can't even get close to it. That doesn't mean you go do it again. You don't do it at all. I mean, if a musician puts out one of the best albums of all time, right? Michael puts out, it's not his best, but it was one of the best. He puts out Thriller. That don't mean you don't put out bad, and you don't put out, you got to keep going, right? So you touch it, but when you watch it, you're watching it to be able to see them take the next step with what's going to happen in those characters in the development, right? You're not. There's no dog. There was so many iconic moments. There's no way they were going to be able to get to it. So you have to enjoy it.
Which is why I said I have to finish watching it before I finalize my.
Well,
I just said it's like my initial thoughts to it, my initial feeling to it. Now, by the time I finish it, maybe it's out. Maybe it comes across different. I've read a lot, and I can be open minded. I ain't gonna be going up into like.
All I'm saying is
because I've read like you. I feel like you. I've read the positive and the negative.
Because the
I'm just saying, so
expectation
far I
we
wasn't
have
moved.
we have immature expectations. We
I
expect
don't know if I had an expectation of it though.
a lot of people expected it wasn't funny enough, and it wasn't this. How are you expecting it based on the movie that happened 30 years ago? You're not getting that. It's not going to happen. So you have to take this for what it is, separate, even though it's connected. You have to take it as a separate sample of work and base it on that. Because you know what? When Wesley showed up in the movie, man, I was like, he took it to the next level for me. I thought it was hilarious. His character, and I thought that was great. The entrance with Michael Blackson.
That was funny. That was funny to me.
The one wife was still barking. Come on.
So like I said, I'm gonna have to finish watching it before I can find. So I'll finish watching it this week so I can give you my final word on it next week.
I get it. And in my opinion, it was an A.
So you gave it an A?
I gave it an A.
Okay.
I'm okay with it because I don't need it to be spectacularly over the top. I don't need it to be raw. I don't need it to be in my face funny. I don't need to be slapstick. I can get the jokes for what they are, and then I can get the connections for what they are. And I really enjoyed it. And then everybody looked great. This black don't crack.
I mean, they all do look great. I will give them that. They all are holding it down quite well.
So it's like that movie with that movie that Denzel just did, The Little Things. A lot of people were tripping off of that movie because they didn't get it, right? And I don't care about spoilers on this one. They didn't find the person who did it. They thought they had him the entire time. And I was telling myself, I had just turned and told Eva, I said, I had this idea in my head for a movie script of writing a movie and the bad guy gets away. They don't catch him. You know, a lot of times you write the movie, the guy does something bad and they spend the whole time and it's really hard to find him and catch him. He can't do it. You think he's going to get away and then they catch him at the very end. He makes a mistake. And that always happens. But what about when the guy, you don't catch him?
Right.
And you just, that's how it ends. And the dude's going crazy and they don't catch him. That's the brilliance in that, because all of that leading up to it was great. It was a slow burn. And there was great little details in there, and they just kept pushing the edge, and then they would expose a little bit more, peel off a layer of this, and you go, oh, that's what's going on with him. Oh, that's what's going on with him. Oh, and now we see it transfer to this dude. He's going through the same thing that dude. I thought it was a great movie, and people were trying to clown that movie because you know what? Everybody wants, it's like the microwave society. Everybody wants instant entertainment, instant success. It should be enlightening. It should be great. If you can't sit there and then take a minute, because at the very end, I was like, and then I had to think about it, and it clicked within 5 minutes of the movie in, and I was like, it was good. I had to think about it.
Which one? You
the little things.
About the little things?
The little things with Denzel. It took 5 minutes after the movie, and I was like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that movie. I didn't have a problem with it at all.
Go back and watch the rest of the movie, man.
I'll go back and watch the rest of it.
Quit tripping. Shout out to Amazon Prime for releasing that. Whoever decided to let that go, right? Knowing we can't get to the movie theaters, and who else is it? Paramount Pictures or whoever is releasing all them joints on HBO Max. It's a beautiful thing. I'm gonna tell you something else. I watched that Tom and Jerry movie too.
I did not watch Tom and Jerry movie.
Since we all movies. Let me tell you something.
The kids did.
Did they?
The kids did. They were ecstatic. Like, Tom and Jerry coming out. Tom and Jerry coming out.
Hey.
Like, you don't even know. But you know what? They watch the I guess some of the older episodes on whatever channels, Hulu or whatever it's on.
Right.
So they were hyped. They saw the commercials. They were like, Tom and Jerry, Tom and Jerry.
Let's get to the break real quick. Hold on.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. You see that subscribe button right there? Do me a favor. Go ahead and click that when you are on our YouTube channel. And if you don't mind, go ahead and like, comment, and share the link with your friends. You can also follow us on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, like, comment, and share. We enjoy every opportunity that we get to engage with you. We're also available on platforms such as Spotify, Amazon, and any other streaming service that you access your favorite podcasts, in addition to any Alexa-enabled devices. Thank you for supporting and listening to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Say word, son.
Say word, son.
Look.
Ooh.
I'm sure they appreciate the fact that I take my time to get us through there.
Oh my God. That is a long promo. I love it. But look, let me tell you something. Tom and Jerry had that moment in there, the moment that made me laugh out loud. Look, it's a good movie. Kids are gonna love it.
Yeah.
The grandkids out here, they were. Joshua was fired up. He's like, Tom and Jerry, did you see it? Did you see it? It was like, yeah, I watched it. I said, I thought about you. So the one moment in there when Tom hits Spike, the dog, Butch, Spike, one of them, the dog, the bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
He gets that knot on his head, and the knot comes out through his hair, and he pushes it back down. Whoop! And it comes up in another spot. And he took the bat and tapped it down. Bing, 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 bing. Man, I was hollering. I was on the floor
all day. That was us. That was our cartoons, right?
I love Tom and Jerry.
They get the mess beat out of them.
So I watched it, and it was deliciously good.
Tom just couldn't win. And they gave him a handful of victories.
A handful of victories.
But Jerry got the best out of Tom constantly.
Jerry in the movie wouldn't even let him get his holler on with the honey dip. He was playing the piano and singing to her, and here comes Jerry Hayden, dropping bowling balls on his fingers and whatnot. He tried to play the piano and holler at the honey dip across the room. Here comes hating Jerry. Jerry's a hater.
CB. Zoot suit.
Yeah.
Take you back to the zoot suit.
Yeah, man.
Is you ain't my baby.
Howdy. When he had that cowboy suit on, they were in the Western, and he came walking up with the hat and the spikes on, and he put his boots up on the porch, and then he proceeds to roll a cigarette, uses Jerry, squeezes Jerry, the tongue comes out to seal the cigarette, throws it up in the air, pulls out the jammy and shoots one in the air to light the cigarette, catches it in his mouth, one pull. And he's done with it, and then he blows the smoke, and this is howdy. He's trying to get his holler on. Tom smooth, baby.
Man.
Oh my gosh. All right, man. So, did you watch Jackson State against Grambling?
I did not. I just saw I was looking through just different things. I saw that they did their thing, though.
I set it to record. I'm recording all Jackson State University events. Shout out to all the HBCUs still playing, getting the game on, and shout out to Coach Prime, Jackson State, getting it done. Because guess what, man? There were people. I'm giving them the claps. There were people online showing hate and disdain. Talking about Prime is selfish.
Really?
Is he out for helping the kids, or is it for him and his gain, right? And he plays an NAIA school. That's a scrimmage. You gotta get the kids warmed up, and then you gotta play Grambling, and you ain't beat them. Jackson State ain't beat him in a long while.
Yeah.
And they get the dub, secure the bag on the road. And let me tell you something. They're well coached. This isn't no ragtag organization that he's running. The program is smooth, outside the little somebody stealing the stuff. The program is running smooth. They run offense, the defense, they run the football, they cover, they tackle, they do all that. It's run very, very well at a high level. And I wonder if Florida State's kicking themselves for denying him the opportunity, because he said he wanted that job.
So here's the thing, though. You just said that people giving them a hard time for beating up on smaller schools. How's what he's doing as far as playing the NIA school, regardless? How's it any different than the bigs in our PWIs that play small schools to get themselves ready for their conference.
No doubt. I wasn't throwing shade.
So-
I was just saying, they had to get a warm-up game in. That's good for them. And the other schools,
Yeah,
I'm sure
but
they
I'm
got a
just
little money and got a little experience out of it, a little exposure. That's good. And then they got tested with Grambling. They got the dub. And people are hating on the dude.
Yeah.
Somebody had no experience, didn't come up through the rock. Why? Why does he need to go up through the proper channels and the regular ranks there? But Deion ain't gonna be nobody's GA. Think
No.
Deion's gonna be in there and be somebody's assistant? He ain't doing that.
Look, if I was in a position, I'd take him in as a coordinator. Why not?
I don't know if he wants to be a coordinator. He wanted to be the head
No,
coach.
no, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna start somebody. I mean, you bring somebody in with knowledge,
Right. You telling me Deion couldn't go down there to Florida State and do any better or any worse than what already going on down there? After Jimbo left and he left the cupboard bare, they hired in the brother, and the brother didn't get a fair shot, even though it was disastrous. And that wasn't his fault. They didn't have any O-line to protect the quarterbacks. And now this other guy comes in, and he ain't doing that much better of a start.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little run-in with the players about testing and all that other stuff. They was like, yeah, we ain't have those meetings with you. What you talking about? They checked him on Twitter. I would have took him. Shout out to Jackson State University football and Deion. Deion's one of my favorite players. You see, he's somewhere on there, on that background somewhere.
Right there, prime time.
He's back there somewhere.
Prime time. Prime time.
Yeah.
Look, watching the highlights of games back in the day when he was playing.
NFL Countdown or Prime Time. Yeah, Prime Time. Yeah,
he had Chris Berman.
He catch that pick, and he is prime
time.
And there you go, hand behind the head, high stepping. He gets it done.
Let's go.
He's getting it done, and it doesn't look like a mess. It doesn't look like it's unorganized. It doesn't look like he has any like a lack of experience. He knows what he's doing. He's put the proper coaches in the right places, and they're playing. So shout out to them.
Yeah, that's what's up.
My nephew wants to talk about. He said, talking about Jerry, how about the Cowboys? Russell to the Cowboys. I don't think it's going to happen. If Seattle lets him go, they would be dumb. First and foremost.
My thing is, who are they going to get that would be better?
I thought it was talking about a straight-up trade with maybe some other picks with Dak. I thought that's what I was hearing.
Really?
Look,
why would they let Russell go?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Dallas comes out ahead, right? They'd have to give up a lot, and I don't know if they've got that to give. Dallas comes out ahead, but why would you let go of? And somebody was arguing with me about it. It might have been Tony talking about, yeah, but he's younger. Yeah, but we're talking about a guy.
Younger than who?
Russell
or Dak's younger?
Yeah. So, but we're talking about a guy who has a Super Bowl win, a Super Bowl loss, a lot of playoff experience. Versus a guy who maybe won one playoff game and then coming off of an injury, and I get the upside for youth, but they're the same dude. Just one is bigger.
The days of the Herschel Walker trade are over.
Yeah, nobody's getting
you
over.
Know what I'm saying? I'm just saying you're not gonna get one player and 1,000 draft picks to rebuild like the Cowboys did back in that time.
Nobody's getting over anymore. You're right.
No, and there's just no way. They would have to give up so much it wouldn't even be worth it for Russell to go. At least in the trade, right? Unless he just wanted out of Seattle and pulled a JJ Watt, like let me go.
Yeah.
I want out and get a buyout and be gone.
Who? Russell?
Yeah, I'm just saying, unless he just wants out, I just don't see how they let him go.
Yeah.
Because there's right now, as far as current quarterbacks, you're not really don't get anybody worth.
It's a Deshaun Watson situation. They're not trading him. Crazy? You can sit there, kick your feet, lay down on the ground like a kid and kick your feet in the middle of the grocery store all you want to, Deshaun. You ain't going nowhere. and neither is Russell Wilson. He ain't going nowhere.
Look, like I said, I don't think it's happening either.
No chance. All these other jokers are expendable. Franchise quarterbacks are not.
So, speaking of which, then, how do you feel about the Stafford and Goss trade? Stafford to the Chargers, or not Chargers? Was it Chargers?
Rams. It's a win for the Rams. Because that's what Stafford's done that all through college, right? We're going to run the ball. We're going to play action pass. That's what he wants to do, play action pass. Boot, sprint out, and he can throw it. He's not afraid to take hits. Your boy Goff, man, he's shaky. It's sketchy. He's real sketchy, man. And I'm going to be honest with you, if he doesn't do something in Detroit, he's in jeopardy of not being in the league.
He'll be a backup. He'll never not be in the league.
Well, okay. But when I say in the league, okay, he won't be a starter. This is a first round pick, dog. We're talking about him not being a starter.
So he's in that same boat right now as Carson Wentz.
And you don't.
They're both in that situation where they have to reclaim what they had going early in their careers to see if they can bounce back. So who's in a better situation, Wentz or Goff?
Wentz. He's got a better running game.
So?
Got a better running game. He's back with a coach that he's familiar with. The offensive coordinator that was in Philly when he was there is the head coach in Indianapolis. So he's got somebody who understands him, understands his skill set. He's got a running game. He's got a little bit of a defense. What the hell's Detroit got? He dropped this up there with a new coach who's talking about biting kneecaps and biting calf muscles and whatnot to stand back up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, it. Okay, so first round dudes, the reason why I said that, he may not stay in the league, Jeff. He'll be a backup. Yeah, he could be a backup. You know why they don't stay in the league? Because don't nobody want to pay him. I'm not paying Jared Goff first round money to be my backup.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna cut him either because you take that dead money.
Ooh, but when the contract is up, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, when that contract is up, it's a whole nother
So now
story.
your ego gets involved and your representation gets involved. Well, he's a first round guy and he took the Rams here. Yeah, but what has he done lately?
Yeah,
then that's how you wind up out of the league.
Yeah, that's when you be like, okay, I'm gonna take this lesser money. Pull Cam. I mean, let's look at Cam. Cam is an example of where was making big time money, doing big things, came into a position where he had to kind of take less to try to rebuild.
I think that's different though, because his issue wasn't a decline in skill per se; it was injury.
So was Wentz.
Wentz is.
I mean, he's been hurt.
Wentz is not Cam.
A good number.
Wentz ain't no league MVP.
Look, controversial statement. Here you go. Cam has another bad season. He's out the league. These two cats have a bad season. They stick around.
Stafford is not over the hill. Philip Robinson.
I'm not talking about Stafford.
I'm talking about Philip. Talking about Stafford is over the hill. Stafford is not over the hill.
Nah, he's still got some good years
31?
left on. He might be in his mid-30s, man. Early to mid. He's been in Detroit at least 10 years, hasn't he? I thought he'd been around forever.
I'm just saying, like, with a good offensive line, a run game, good receivers, i.e. Tom Brady, you can play a long time. And scheme. He's got a head coach that'll scheme it up for him, and he won't take as many hits, especially when he's moving him out of the pocket. How old?
He's 33.
33. Tom Brady's in his 40s. Stafford could play 5 more years, easy, over the hill. What about Troy
And as long
Smith?
as he's
Who is
and
Troy
if he can stay
Smith?
healthy,
Philip, what you talking about?
Troy
Troy
Smith.
Smith. Who, the quarterback for the
Troy Smith,
Buckeyes?
like the Ohio State quarterback.
He's probably coaching rec ball somewhere. What you talking about? Troy Smith. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Hold on, son. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening to the Getaway Podcast with Tony, Sean, and Jeff. Hit that subscribe button right there when you're on the YouTube channel. Like, share, comment, engage with us. We love when you do that. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like, comment, share, engage with us there as well. You can also hear the audio anywhere you can hear a podcast. We are also available on your Alexa-enabled devices. Thanks for listening to the show. Say word, son. Word, son.
Word, son.
Also waiting on approval for Pandora to get on Pandora as well.
Hey, that's what's up.
I just be thinking of stuff like, where else can we put it?
It's just dropping us everywhere. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Come on with it.
Hmm?
So look. So you know, I'm trying to get a little bit more to this UFC thing, right? It's I've and every time I try to stay up to watch the fight, you know, the old man in me comes up and I don't make it. So, but I like watching these highlights and things. So, two things. One, I noticed or I saw that a young man won the title off of a DQ.
Right.
And I saw that he left the belt in the middle of the ring afterward.
Right.
Basically because that's not how he wanted to win the fight.
Correct.
So the question so I see that there's been some chatter about the idea of, is it fair that someone loses their belt over a DQ? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Why not? What we talking about? Wrestling? Like WWE, WWF? We talking about WCW wrestling? Look, if that's the case in a championship fight and I'm down 4 rounds and round 5 rolls around, I just go ahead and knee in the head while you got a knee on the ground and DQ, and I keep the belt, even though I was losing the fight. And let's not act like there's somebody out there who wouldn't do that, right? You know the rules. These guys are highly tuned into what's going on. They know when a guy's knees down.
Right.
It's very rare that you see it happen. And from what I read, someone was saying he had a knee down. And it might have been the fighter. He's got a knee down. And he said, and he asked his corner, can I hit him? And the corner said, hit him. So that's the corner's fault. You see, he's got a knee down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Your corner's got to tell you no.
Right.
So yeah, if you do that, you got to give up on DQ. Now, the dude didn't want it that way. It's his belt. Whether he left it there or not, guess where it went? To his locker. Somebody grabbed it, took it to his locker room, because it's his belt now. And look, if he wants to fix that wrong, guess what? Schedule the rematch right now.
Right.
Let's 3 months, however long it takes for them to get ready. I don't know how many weeks, 8 weeks. Get ready. Go fight the rematch. If you feel like you didn't deserve it, give him another shot. And from what I understand, he was losing. So okay.
Yeah, that's why I heard he was down on 2 cards and 1 card had him up. So it was like 2 cards had him down. The 2 had him down 1, and the other one had him up 1.
Jeff, I would knee you in the head if you were beating me and my belt was on the line. I'd knee the hell out of you. Just so you know. Just so you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I am dirty.
I'm petty.
I'm petty. I want to keep it all. Philip saying he's agreeing with me because Uncle Sean is right. Philip, I'm always right. Me and you never argue when you ever win. And he said a rematch means more money. It does.
Rematch does mean more money. Yeah, because everybody's going to come back to see what's going to come back.
Well, look, the way the UFC's rolling anyway, they're going to come back. These guys weren't even the main event. Right? So a rematch, just throw it under undercard of the main event and go at it again. And then people are going to watch. Now, if you want to raise some more money, you really want to raise the stakes, you have that dude who gave up his belt say, yeah, he got lucky. He got lucky I made that mistake because I was beating the out of him, right? Let the poop talk start. Then you could draw up some more business that way. And he goes, oh, yeah, that's why I got the belt. You wasn't doing nothing into it. That's why I took a cheap shot to beat me. Blah, blah, blah. Let that happen. That's what needs to happen. Get to talking that stuff, and then everybody's going to tune in. Right? So you said before pre-pod that Nunes did old girl like I did you in the UFC 3 game we playing on the Xbox, huh?
See, you didn't have to go there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I put the pause on Jeff. We was playing that UFC 3 on the Game Pass on Xbox. I came in there and snatched him up, put him on the ground, and he's laying flat. I beat the pause. I beat the brakes off of Jeff.
I've been playing the game for like 2 days, man.
That made me think of a story that I was just telling the other day. I forgot who I was telling it to. It might have been Eva. About how we were knuckleheads and fighting and getting into a fight. And I said, one time I got into a fight with a guy and I was beating him up in front of Jeff's house. And he had tried to pull my pants down. I had sweatpants on. So I beat him up some more. Pop, 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 pop. And Jeff's mom comes to the door and said, stop beating that boy up. And instantly, I was in yes man mode. Instantaneously. It didn't take much. All she said is stop beating that boy up, and I was done beating him up.
Look,
that's
man,
funny.
We grew up in a different time because nowadays wouldn't be no yes ma'am type stuff. You get a whole lot coming back.
I was afraid she would whoop me. I was not going to. I was not going to do anything but say yes ma'am. Are you crazy?
I was always worried about the phone call getting home.
Yeah.
Before I did.
Yeah, man.
So
that's funny.
Never fail. Something happened, get into a fight and get home and be like,
yeah, man.
Because they be waiting at the door just to get everything, all the details.
Yeah, man. That's how it goes down.
Man.
That's how it goes down. I don't know why that made me think of that, but I think we were talking about it when I was watching a fight or a game or something. I was like, yeah, that's how I beat somebody up like that one time. And I was like, and then just I was like, stop beating that boy up. And I was like, yes, ma'am. Got right off of him. There wasn't an extra punch, nudge, shove, nothing. Yes, ma'am, and I got off.
It was a wrap.
It's a wrap. Man. That's right. Good raising, Catherine Huffman. You got that right, Philip. That's called it takes a village, and that's all that was. Yeah. Right? Our moms and stuff were the village, keeping us all in line.
Look, that's why we own them. Shout out to all of our mamas and all the ladies out there.
Yeah,
happy,
my mom watches
Women's Month. Yeah, happy Women's Month.
Is that what this is? Women's Month?
Yeah, they said March is Women's Month. Yeah.
Is there a Men's Month?
We don't get nothing, man.
Wait a minute.
We get Father's Day. That's it. We don't get months. We get Father's Day.
So I never heard of a Women's Month. Jeff, you be making stuff up. You got too many women in your house, and you be making stuff up.
No, look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
Women's Month. March is Women's Month, apparently. Yes, it is. So March is Women's Month.
Women's Month.
Yeah. So acknowledge those strong women in our lives, man.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Let me do one more because this raggedy mug, he ain't even here, but I'm gonna do it for him because
you don't play it.
Podcast with
His name's still on the thing.
Do us a favor and
maybe we should just talk over the whole thing.
On YouTube, like it,
share it. We appreciate
act like he's here.
Right there, still right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait.
Also, you can follow us on any
social media platform. Do like he's here.
For instance,
like he's here.
Twitter,
and make noise
Facebook,
during the podcast.
Instagram, all that good stuff. And last but not least, check out the audio.
To talk all over the promo like he does everybody else.
Where you can listen to podcasts.
I'm gonna get the bag.
That was good. Oh yeah, you need to
share. Getaway Podcast with Tony and Sean and Jeff.
Words.
Felt like he was right. Look. Felt like he was right there.
Like he didn't, man. Thanks for joining, Tone. In spirit. Huh?
You know what's great about it? Because he won't listen to it. So he won't know.
He won't listen. He don't care. Jeff,
What up, homie?
An hour goes by fast.
Oh, man.
Huh?
That's what's up.
DJ Swig did his thing. DJ hooked it up.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for watching.
His own point.
Philip, Jermaine, Richard. We appreciate you chiming in. Phil, we appreciate you logging on to watch. Spend an hour with us every week. Mamacita, she remind me to she compile the list to make sure we thank those people for watching while we're live. So thank you.
Thank you.
I was like, I don't want to start because what happens if we get 300 people in here? Huh? She said then I would have to name off all 300 people. Yo, look, episode 35 is in the books. The Getaway Podcast with Beep, Sean, and Jeff. Beep, Sean, and Jeff.
Not the beep.
The Beep. Huh? We'll be back at it next week. I'm not even going to make an event, Philip. I'm not going to make an event because I make an event. People don't show up on time. I don't get a notification when they're going to be here. And then you come in there talking about worst episode ever. So we'll be on when we be on. I'll send you a text message. How about that? Jeff, say words, son.
Word, son.
Oh, my God.